just watched Sputnik, which I believe came out August 14th. It's August 18th today. And there was, in my opinion, a lot of hype surrounding it. A lot of, really good reviews. And I'm not going to say that I hate the movie, but after seeing it, it's slightly disappointing, I guess. I guess my expectations were a little not met, and that's why you shouldn't really follow hype trains. But it's $6.99 to rent on Amazon Video, so I just rented it. I wasn't really sure about buying it. Now I don't know if I'd even recommend buying it. And like I said, this isn't me hating it. I actually will give it a lot of credit for not spending too much money, but making all the visuals, especially the alien, looking really good. I was pretty taken aback that the quality looks better than some new age movies that you might watch. But without spoiling anything, I'll say the main plot of the movie is a cosmonaut, because the setting's like 1983, 1982, comes back from a mission where something had happened. And when the movie starts, you're kind of left in the dark on what exactly happened. But the man has amnesia. But if you watch the trailer, you'll see that there is an alien involved, and it's an alien living inside of him, but they'll go more in detail with what that does exactly. I'm trying not to spoil too much. Honestly, in a way, it reminded me of like Venom, that idea, I guess. Maybe a little bit more grounded and Russian, but I was like, oh, okay, not that I'm saying Venom's really a good movie or a bad movie, but I was like, I've seen this before, and I know a lot of things. It's basically, you've seen it before, and if they can do it really good, then cool. But yeah, I will stop sounding so negative about it. It's definitely worth watching. There's just quite a bit of issues which I wrote down, but I think I didn't even need to write down because I remember it. One was the main woman, I guess, character, which I wouldn't really consider this a spoiler because it's within the first few minutes of the movie. She's either a doctor or a nurse, and she dealt extreme therapy to a patient, and so they deem her unworthy. And then all of a sudden, the general of like this high security classified like government organization just comes and is immediately like, we want you. You take risks, so you're willing to do whatever it takes to get the job done, which is, understandable, but she just did it once, and you're just going to tell her and bring her to this secret facility, bam, like, I don't know, I felt like that part was a little rushed. I felt like they should have maybe expanded on that a little bit. Sorry, I don't mean to yawn, but I work nights. It's almost 8 in the morning, I believe. So, yeah, so that's one thing where, I mean, it might not even really bother people. It's just something where I was like, that's awfully bold for a secret, almost government military group to consider her already that quick. And then there's a scientist that the scientist feels like she might take her job or whatever. He's very threatened by her and is consistently an asshole. And then it's just 180. To me, it feels like out of nowhere. Maybe it doesn't feel like that to other people, but I was like, okay, it's in a way a redemption arc for him, I guess. wish there was a little bit more of that character. I mean, for the good, I was surprised with the cosmonaut that has the alien. I fucking hated his character at first because he just seemed like the most annoying, obnoxious prick. But then you start kind of understanding his character a lot more, and I didn't mind his character by the end. I know he's a pretty cool character to like. There's a strange plot with his son, I guess you could say that. Doesn't make any sense, and especially at the end, there's just some lines that are said where even when I rewound it, played it again, and I was like, I don't what is this, like, what are they implying? I don't know what this means. And then the ending, not the very ending, but the ending of basically the story, it's cliche, I guess. Like I said, I'm not trying to hate on it, but by the third act, I was like, I'm kind of getting an idea of how this movie's going to end. And it ended exactly how I anticipated, but, visually, still nice to see. That's another thing. The alien, I don't think they give it a name, but I love the design. I like the idea of how it hunts or eats, I guess. They delve into that. How it functions, everything. They definitely spent a lot of time really going into the lore and depth of the alien, how it functions, stuff like that. So I enjoyed that. But I think this is the director's first movie, his like directorial debut. And I think it came out in Russia, video on demand, I think back in April, and then it just released 4 days ago here in America. It's definitely not what I anticipated, but I'm not necessarily completely disappointed. I'm glad that I watched it. It's good to see the more independent films, I guess, is like what I like to say. I do feel like they try more, and with this, it shows. I know everyone's made this comparison, but it does really feel like if you watch the movie Life, it feels like a weird play off the ending of that movie, which is cool. I don't mind. See, I just feel like I'm at odds. Right now, it's been, I think, an hour after I watched the movie. I feel a little disappointed. Would I recommend it? Probably. In the second act, I guess, it has somewhat of a pacing issue where, I can sit through a movie. I've sat through long movies. Not that this one's boring or anything, but I felt like it was taking so long to get to the point, and I was like, okay, can we kind of get to the point? It was almost like rinse and repeat, but this time something different happened. I was like, okay, I get what you're trying to do, but you could have probably taken out quite a bit of some of those scenes, and it would have still had the same outcome. So, to me, this is like a 7 out of 10, that area of movie. 7.5, above average, but nothing really groundbreaking, but worth celebrating. I think because I've never made like an official movie or anything, so for a first time director, that's a good job. So $6.99 if you just want to see some international sci-fi horror. You know what? I wouldn't necessarily say it's horror, actually. I'd say it's more of like a sci-fi mystery thriller almost. As much as they spent time focusing on everything about the alien, it's really not about the alien. It's actually more about the people. So in a way, I can appreciate that. So yeah, I guess that's about it. I do recommend it. I will say, don't have high expectations, but enjoy what's given to you. And It's honestly not a bad movie. I can't stress that enough. It's not a bad movie. I had my complaints. I feel a little disappointed, but that's a personal reason for me being so hyped. So yeah, check it out, and I would love to hear what you guys have to say about the movie as well.